Well, here we go again. Guess let's see what happens. I believe I am finally happy with the results of the cab lid. I like it. The bodywork seemed to turn out good. So, I don't know what's left to do here in the fort. Well, the chassis is back. And, oh, look at that. Big bottle of Whistle Pig. I got the plows here. They're painted. We're going to put those on next. Well, here's my plan. I've got a ton of tiny screws. I've hot glue gunned the rear plow into place. And I'm going to attempt to drill through the sides here and put some small screws in. Well, that seemed to work out well. Do the other side, but hindsight's 20/20. I'm gonna drill the holes first for the front plow from the outside. There's a novel idea. All right, there she is. Not bad, not bad at all. All right, front plow is on. 3 screws, one right below the coupler. And I had to take the truck off for that and screwing around with all that. Of course, I broke a solder joint. So, you know, pretty typical with this project. 1 step forward, 2 back. But that's okay. We'll do some touch-up paint and start moving forward. This guy is waiting for glass, and once the glass gets here, I can put it together and start putting decals on. So yeah, there it is. While I'm into it, I suppose, I did this, and this little silver cap is off of a USA Trains powered truck side frame. I believe that's like the brake thing or something like that, whatever these are on here. So I just cut the end off of it, shoved the wire in there, and I did disconnect it from the body so it can turn freely. But it gets the idea. So we're gonna paint that up silly right now. All right, it's all painted up, looks pretty good. There was some spots where the red was showing through on the steps. I don't know if you guys remember that from the one video. I couldn't, for some reason, the red was still there. And there were a couple of spots where the hoses were that were still red. So all that's been touched up. And right now, this thing's just gonna sit here until the glass gets here, and then we'll start with decals. It's early Sunday morning, May 14th. Got some hoses to paint. All right, some detailed painting. Pilots are done. Did a little painting on the side here by the gas tank since I had the red out. There's the back. Pretty happy with it. I like it. Since I'm in the detailing mood, I was working on this speedometer cable I used shrink tube at the top there, so it's flexible. But I think I'm going to take off this little square part with the 5 bolts. I think I'm going to cut that off and glue it to the face of that, then paint it up silly. Yeah, I think that turned out pretty cool. Didn't look right smooth. It was interesting cutting this off. It got a little scary at one point because it's paper thin. But I think doing 55, it looks just fine. You know, she's all screwed together. Glass is in, wipers are on. Next would be decals. All the little details are done. Slap the horns on. And then the handrails. If you've been following my videos, this is the same bracket that I made to soak the parts in alcohol on a 45. I think it'll work well for putting decals on. All right, so here we go. This is my setup. I've got tons of reference pictures for placement. I got a replacement GM50 for the front of that. And all my water slides laid out. Here we go. Okay, left side is done. Exciting. So herein lies the next issue. Where this guy goes is somewhere in the middle of where these handles are. So my beautiful and talented wife thinks that I should cut it into thirds and try to puzzle it back together. I have 3 to work with, so I can only screw one of them up. There's that. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm not happy with the not so crisp line on the right side there. But it was interesting cutting around where the handles are. So I might be able to fix this right side where the line's not so straight with a Sharpie or something. All right, now to do that. All right, so what we had to do here was notch out for 3 grab irons. So I'm gonna try to fill in a little black piece right there under where the E is, an electromotive. And we've got years of service floating. Hey, hey, stop it. All right, so what do you think? Here's the real one. And this one.
Yeah.
Wow, that was convincing.
Well, I feel like this is the 50 years is down just a little too low, but whatever.
Well, what do you mean? The actual number?
The whole thing. I feel like it should have been up a little higher.
Looks like the black line across the top is right in the middle of where the lights are that don't light up. That's what I tried to do. And I can't believe I used these tiny little tweezers to get that stupid black little square in there. I like it, I don't care what you say. Handrails are going on. And I need to scrape the paint off the bottom side so they fit nicely. Still have to press them in, but so far so good. Well, here she is, 100%. I went to the bin to try to put the last set of handrails on the back here, and the bin was empty. Somehow they made their way to this cart. I had a panic moment. Now we just need to run it.